guys, I hope you're well. I'm back with another workout. So this one's more intermediate advanced, and all you're going to need is the box behind me. And we're going to start with our footwork. So starting with, I've got 3 red springs and a green spring on. So that's 3 heavy springs, 3 full springs, and then 1 and a quarter spring. All right, so we're going to start by lying onto our backs. And your heels are going to come onto the foot bar, just hip width apart, arms are by your side. I want you to take a nice deep inhale breath here. So you're inhaling through the nose, expanding your ribcage out wide, and then you're going to exhale, fully release your breath. Inhale here again, taking that nice deep belly breath. Exhale, fully releasing your breath. Good. We've got 1 more deep belly breath here. And then exhale, fully releasing your breath. I want you to have a nice neutral spine, so your tailbone's heavy. You've got a gap between the small of your back and the carriage. And just find width across your chest. Take a nice deep inhale breath here again. This time as you exhale, I want you to start to press through your heels. You're going to lengthen your legs, press away from that foot bar, and then inhale to bend the knees, slowly draw the carriage back in. Your exhale pressing away, resisting the springs, inhaling to bend. So nice and soft through the knees as you extend, find length through the legs, and you're resisting on the way out and on the way back in. We've got 5 more here. 4 more. 3 to go. Exhale, pressing away. 2. And 1 more here. We're going to come down halfway. We've got little tiny pulses up and down. We're working through our quads using our breath here. For 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's press out all the way. Bend the knees, draw the carriage all the way in. We're sliding our toes down onto the foot bar, exactly where our heels just were. Keeping your heels lifted, take a nice deep inhale breath. Exhale, you're going to press away through the balls of the feet, lengthen your legs all the way, inhaling to bend. Exhale, pressing away, finding length. Again, nice and soft through the knees. As you extend, you don't want to feel like you're locking the knees out. You're maintaining that neutral spine, your belly button's drawing away from your pant line. We've got 4 more like this. Exhale. For 3. 2 more here. And your last one, keep the legs lifted or long and just lower your heels down, lift your heels, bend your knees, and then exhale, extend the legs out. We're just adding in a little calf raise here. Inhaling to bend. Exhale, pressing away. Lowering the heels, lifting your heels. And again, bending, extending, lowering, lifting, using your breath. Nice and controlled. Think about your ankle mobility and flexibility. How far can you drop your heels underneath the foot bar? How far can you lift them up? We've got 3 more here. And our final 2. Last one here. Lowering the heels, lift the heels, bend the knees, draw the carriage in. Now we're just going to bring our toes out nice and wide onto the foot bar. Allow for a slight external rotation coming from your hips. Knees are in line with your second toes, heels are still lifted. Let's press away from the foot bar and then inhaling to bend. Exhale, pressing away. Finding length through the legs, heels are still lifted. Using your breath, tailbone's heavy, belly button's drawing to your spine ever so slightly. Nice and heavy through your sit bones. Four more here. And 3. Feeling your inner thighs engage. For 2. Last one here. We're going to come down halfway. We've got little tiny pulses up and down. Tailbone still nice and heavy. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's press away all the way. Bend your knees, draw the carriage in. You can hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. And then I want you to rock yourself up into a seated position. We're going to change over to 1 red and 1 blue spring. And light all the way back down. And your heel is going to come onto the foot bar, just hip width apart. So this is a really light spring. So we're going to start to work through your hamstrings here. So as you start to come up into your bridging position, just make sure that your headrest is flat first. I want you to think about drawing your butt towards your heel the whole time. So inhale, take a nice deep belly breath. As you exhale, I want you to start to imprint the small of your back into the carriage. Start to peel your tailbone off. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling, all while drawing your bottom towards your heel so you're keeping the carriage in. Draw your belly button to your spine. Start to roll yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. And then release the tailbone at the end. We've got 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale. Peeling your tailbone off. Lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Drawing your butt towards your heels. Keep that carriage in at the stopper. Lower yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Releasing the tailbone at the end. 1 more here. Exhale. Start to peel the tailbone off. Lifting your hips up. This time, I want you to come down halfway. Squeeze through your glutes and the hips high without letting that carriage move. Keeping it in, working through your hamstrings, using your breath. 5 more. And 4. Final 3. 2. Last one here. Keep your heels lifted. From here, hips lifted. I want you to press away through your heels, lengthen your legs. Bend your knees, drag the carriage all the way in. Inhale, pressing away. Exhale, drag it all the way in. 5 more here. Exhale, really work those hamstrings. Drag it all the way into the stopper. You've got 4. Pressing evenly through the backs of the arms. 3. 2 more here. And we've got that last one. Draw the carriage all the way into the stopper. Can you come down just halfway? And then exhale, lift your hips up. We've got 5 to finish. And 4. Last 3. 2 more here. Final 1. Keep your hips lifted. And then roll yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Well done. And I want you to grab hold of the short loops that are behind you. So grabbing hold of your short loops. Your legs are floating into tabletop. Your arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. We've still got that red and blue spring. From here, we're going to exhale, pull our hands down by our hips. Inhale, float them back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pulling down. Drawing your ribs down. Tailbone's heavy, belly button's drawing to your spine. The next time that we pull our hands down by our hips, we're going to scoop up through the head, neck and shoulders. Draw our gaze in between our knees, lower ourselves down. So I want you to focus on the chest lift as you pull your hands down by your sides. Exhaling, lifting. 3 more like this. Getting that rib-hip connection, trying to close that gap for 2. Last one here. Keep yourself lifted. We're going to focus on our single leg stretch. Inhale, reach your right leg out long. And then change with your left leg. Keep that chest lift position, extending your leg out. Using your breath, curling up a little bit higher. Keep pressing into the straps. We've got 8 and 7. For 6. Last 5, belly buttons drawing to your spine. 4 more here. For 3 and 2. Last one here. Draw your leg back into tabletop. Lower the upper body with the hands. I now want you to draw them back by your side. Flip your palms to face towards your hips. Inhale, open your arms out into a T position. Exhale, pull down with the arms. Inhaling and then exhaling here. The next time that you open your arms out, I want you to be able to see your fingertips in your periphery. And as you pull your hands down by your side, you're going to scoop up through the head, neck and shoulders. Inhaling and then exhaling. From here, we're going to add in our double leg extensions. Getting that connection nice and strong through the legs. Remembering that the lower that you send your legs, the more challenging it is for your abdominals. 3 more here. We've got 2. Final one here. Keep yourself lifted. We're going to open our arms and legs as wide as a foot bar. Close our arms and legs. We're almost making snow angels here. We've got 6. Peel yourself up a little higher for 5. Last 4. 3. 2. Last one here. Close the gap. Lower yourself all the way down. Let's place the long loops onto your shoulder pins. And separating the feet as wide as a foot bar, grab hold of your shoulder rest. Just drop your knees from side to side. So you get your lower back release. You might have heard a few cracks in my back just then. 1 more, either side. Alright, from here you're going to peel yourself up. You're going to change over just to 1 red spring, taking off that blue. And if you have a chi ball, you can use the chi ball as a headrest. Otherwise, you can use your forearm, come onto your elbow. So we're going to come into our sideline glutes. You're going to lie all the way down onto your side and then place the long loop over the arch of your left foot. So sometimes it's easier to get into that position and then lower yourself down. And you want to have your right knee at a nice 90-degree angle and your left leg at a 90-degree angle as well. You want your left knee in line with your left hip. You can place your left hand onto the shoulder rest or wherever is comfortable. You can place it onto your hip. That way you can see where your pelvis is tracking. I find it more comfortable to put my hand on the shoulder rest. And so from here, all I want you to do is exhale, press out through your left heel, lengthen your leg towards the middle of the foot bar. Inhale to bend. Exhale, pressing away, finding length. Belly buttons drawing to your spine. Really reaching and driving out through the left heel. Keep lifting out of the bottom waist. Using your breath here. The next time that we extend the leg, I want you to keep your leg straight. You're just going to lift the leg 20 centimeters, lower it down back in line with your hip, and then bend. And then exhale, press away, little lift, and then bend. Working through your abductor here, nice and controlled. Keep pressing out through the heel. Keep lifting out of your bottom waist, belly buttons drawing to your spine. We've got 3 more like this, nice and controlled through the movements. We've got 2. And you've got your final one here. Let's keep the leg nice and long. We're going to inhale, sweep it forwards as far as we can without letting your pelvis tilt. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, reach with your toes. Exhale, driving back through your heel. Keep working through your glute. Using your breath. Nice and long through the leg. If you ever find that your leg is bending, just make the movement a little bit smaller and just keep the movement within your range. 3 more here. For 2. And you've got your last one here. Let's sweep your top leg forward again. You're going to hold the carriage nice and still. Point your toes towards the ground. Little lift and lowers just for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With a straight leg, draw it back towards the middle of the foot bar. Bend your knee, take your foot out of your loop. And I want you to grab hold of your long loop with your left hand. And then you're going to reach your left leg over the foot bar, your right leg underneath. We're going to balance on our side here. So make sure that you're working through your obliques. Because as you exhale, you're going to pull your hand down by your hip. And then inhale, float your arm back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pulling down. If you want more resistance, grab hold of your short loop. Otherwise, keep your hand in the long loop. You want to keep your wrist nice and long and feel your lats engage as you draw your hand by your hip. If you would like to add on a further challenge, as you draw your hand by your hip, you can lift your leg up to meet your hand. You're gonna start to feel your glute engage again. Belly button's drawing to your spine. You're stabilizing on your side here. Let's do 4 more here. And 3. For 2. Last one here. Lower the leg down. Place the long loop onto the shoulder pin. If you need to, you can tap out your glute. And we're going to repeat it all on the other side. So carefully, gracefully get up. Can't say I did that for myself. And we're going to turn around, face towards the other side. We're going to place the long loop over the arch of your right foot, or whichever leg that you're not doing or that you haven't already done. Your arms on the headrest supporting your head. We're going to start with a bended right leg here. Hips are nice and square. You're lifting your bottom waist off of the carriage. Press out through your right heel, lengthen your leg. Inhale to bend. Exhale, pressing away. Remember, you can always place your right hand onto your hip, or you can keep it on your shoulder rest. The next time that we straighten our leg out, I want you to keep your legs straight. You're going to add in a little lift. Bend your right knee and then exhale, press away again. Little lift, about 20 centimeters up. Nice and controlled. Start working your adductor using your breath. Getting your glutes firing and working. Belly buttons drawing to your spine. We've got 3 more here. Final 2. Last one here. We're going to keep our right leg straight. We're now going to sweep it forwards as far as we can without letting your pelvis tilt. Exhale, kicking back. Inhaling, and then exhaling here. Finding length through the right leg. Using your breath. Nice work. Inhaling, exhale, reaching back, connecting through your glute, your hamstring. We've got 3 more here before we finish with our 8 lift and lowers. And 2. Final one here, sweeping your leg forward, exhale, kicking back. Reach your top leg forward again, hold the carriage still, point the toes towards the ground, little lift and lowers for 8. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with a straight leg draw back towards the foot bar, bend your knee, find the long loop with your right hand, take your foot out. You're going to extend your right leg over the foot bar, extend your left leg underneath, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, and allow both legs to hover off the foot bar on the platform. As you exhale, pull your hand all the way by your side. Inhale, release it back in line with your shoulder. Exhaling, pulling down. Inhale, floating up. Using your breath, keeping your arm nice and straight here. If you would like, you can add in a little leg lift. So as you pull your hand down by your side, you're going to float your right leg up. Inhale to lower it down. We've got 5. Last 4. Keep working the glute, keep working the arm for 3. 2 more. And we've got our final one here. Let's place the long loop onto your shoulder pin. We're going to turn around, lying onto our back. Give yourself a glute stretcher. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. And you can open out on your right knee. Just get that release through your glute. Just a few more seconds here. And then when you're ready, swapping over to the other side, getting that same stretch and release through the glute on your left side. Releasing the muscles. That's when we start to elongate them. After we've worked them, they're nice and condensed. And now I want to stretch them out. All right, just a few more seconds. Good, you're going to unhook your leg. We're going to peel ourselves up from here. And we're going to change over just to one glute bring. And you're going to come down to the floor now. So we're kind of stepping beside our reformer. And I want you to come into a plank position. So your left hand is going to come onto the floor. And with your right hand, you're going to place it up against your shoulder rest, exactly like I have done. We're going to step back, find a plank position. You're lifting out of your left shoulder, belly button's drawing to spine. From here, you're going to exhale, press away with your right arm into the shoulder rest. Inhale, exhale, keep lifting out of the left shoulder. Using your breath, maintaining nice and steady through the core. If you would like to add on a challenge here, you can start to float your left leg off and continue pressing out with your right arm. If that's too much, you can always lower the left leg down. We've got 4 more here. And 3, for 2, last 1, draw the arm in, lower the leg down, lower the knees down, draw the carriage all the way back in. You can roll out your wrists if you'd like in one direction because we've got the same movement on the other side. So coming up from there, walking yourself over, we're going to step down, place your left hand onto the shoulder rest, your right hand's flat on the floor. Let's walk ourselves out into a plank position and start pressing that carriage away. When you're ready, you can start to float your right leg off. Continue pressing out with the left hand. Belly button's drawing to your spine. We've got 4 more here. And 3, for 2, final 1. Draw the arm back, lower the leg, lower the knees. We can roll out the wrists. Well done, they're challenging those ones. All right, from here, we're just going to stand up, grab hold of our short box, and we're going to place it on top of our platform. On top of our carriage. So we're going to come into our obliques now. And to get into your obliques position, we'll keep the blue spring, but I want you to sit into the carriage. You want your top foot, so for me it's my left foot, in front, and you want your right leg behind. With your elbow, you're going to place it on top of the box. With your left hand, you're going to place it beside your right arm. So the most important part of your side planks is to lift up and out of your hips. So I want you to start to press into your feet, press into your elbows, lift your hips off, and then press the carriage away. So you've got the option, you can always keep your hand on top of the box, or you can reach your arm up towards the ceiling. Just make sure that you're lifting out of your bottom waist here. You're gonna hold this plank. Keep lifting out. Just looking at the watch, legs are straight. Keep lifting out of the shoulders. You've got it, these are challenging. All right, in 5 seconds, we're gonna add in our thread the needle. 4, 3, 2, 1. With our left hand, we're gonna wrap it around, rotate our hips, reach the arm up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, and then inhaling here. Make sure your hips are rotating around. Can we do 4 more here? And 3, for 2, last one here, opening back out, bending the knees, facing towards the uprights to have a little breather before we continue over to the other side. So you can shake out your wrists, your shoulders if that feels good. All right, now the fun continues. With our plank party, we're going to face towards the other side. Make sure your right foot's in front, left foot's behind. Your forearms onto the box. You can reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. We're just holding the side plank here. Legs are nice and straight. Keep lifting out of the bottom waist. Feeling nice and strong. In 5 seconds, we're going to add in our thread the needle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's wrap our hand around, rotate the hips. Exhaling, and then inhaling. Three more here. For up. Bend your knees, draw the carriage all the way in. Roll out your shoulders. Getting that release. We're going to come off of here now. And let's change the short box into a long box. We're going to come into our cat-cow. So facing towards your foot bar, your shoulders are in line with your wrists, knees in line with your hips. Exhale, press away, draw your gaze towards your navel. Inhale, let your belly hang, draw your gaze forward. And again, exhale, pressing away. Inhale, let your belly hang. Getting the movement through your spine. One more here. And I want you to shuffle your knees up. Come into a child's pose position. Reach your arms out nice and long. Keep your left hand on the left side of the foot bar. You're going to bring your right hand across and pull into your right side of the body. It should feel like a really nice stretch. Just breathing normally, trying to get the heart rate down. And then we're going to bring our right hand on the right side of the foot bar. Place your left hand on top, pull into your left side, get that nice stretch. Bring your left hand back on the left side of the reformer of the foot bar. And I want you to start to lift your bottom off of your heels. And you're going to reach or sink your chest down towards the springs. It's almost like a kneeling cat position. So you get a nice stretch through your spine, through your pecs. Just enjoying that stretch here. Slowly draw that carriage all the way back in. And then you're going to peel yourself up one vertebrae at a time. We're going to step off of the box. And we're going to face towards the front of our box. We're standing at the foot bar. We're going to finish here with a roll down. So standing here with your feet hip width apart. You're going to inhale, take a nice deep belly breath. As you exhale, let's not nod your chin to your chest. You're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Find the edge of the box with your hands. You're going to press away with that box. Have a nice flat back. If you try and keep your hips stacked above your ankles, but if you have tight hamstrings, you can always bend your knees. It's like you're diving into a pool. Start to straighten back up through the legs, round through the belly, draw the carriage all the way into the stopper. Re-stack up nice and tall. The last thing to lift is your gaze. We've got one more here. Inhaling, taking a nice deep belly breath. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, roll yourself down. Find the edge of the the long box. Get that nice stretch through the back of your legs. Arms are nice and straight. If you need, you can have a bend through the knees. And then start to straighten through the legs. Draw the carriage all the way in. Re-stack up nice and tall. And the last thing to lift is your gaze. You guys are all finished. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you again next week.